Hello, welcome back to Let's Play WazHack, and the last time we were Loose the Fair, or Fair the Loose. I don't know which is the less flattering. Actually, I do know which is the less flattering. Let's just press on, shall we? What happened in the previous episode was we tried a few different characters. We tried a couple of white witches, we tried a wizard, and they all ended badly. So we returned to a Valkyrie here, and so far it's been going okay. I'm favouring the Morning Star this time. Because I mainly just stick with the default axe. So, oh god, Firestone. Okay, we need to run in and grab it pretty sharpish. There we go. That means we can salvage it for our own later use. We are hungry, so let's eat the goblin innards. They're the thing that's going to go off earliest, and we'll follow it with garter snake meat. It's not enough to fill us up even, but it's enough to stop us immediately starving to death. Hopefully the dog will take out that blob. I don't want him to take on the ant, just the blob. Oh well, clearly he's not doing that. Let's chuck the black potion. Potion of oil. Yeah, not really that bothered about that. Let's... I was going to say let's throw that axe, but I made that mistake before, throwing a dagger that turned out to be cursed. Alright, well let's try out our new forked wand. See what that does. Create monster is not what I was looking for, so let's use the magic missile to thin out this crowd a bit. And again. Okay, got a level, which is obviously good. I feel like we're still suffering from a bit of starvation difficulty here, so I'm going to have to take another level of gastronomy. We're not finding a great deal of meat, so I think... when we do find some meat, we need to maximise how much of it we're getting. So we've got some more mould going on here, which I don't feel great about. Because you can't really bash holes in the mould without taking some damage yourself. So I'm going to have to rely on magic missile here, I think. Oh no! I hit the keys, so I've gone back to the weird messed up aiming system. Hate that. Alright, well, let's keep trying that. Like this. See if we can hit both of those. Oh, shit. Did I use the wrong wand? I did! Ugh. Balls on a stick. Alright. Magic missile, then. That's the one I was after in the first place. So, I don't know why I assumed the magic missile one was the forked one. Perhaps it just looks more dangerous. And I don't like having to waste all these magic missile charges on just a couple of enemies, but of course it's difficult to take out the eyeball when there are other enemies close, because it freezes you like this. If the floating eye is the only thing that's around, it's not so bad, but if there are others, you really can't afford that. So, let's check out the rest of this floor. There's probably nothing of note here, but you never know. It's always worth a look. Aha! So, standing here should... Yes. Uncurse anything that was cursed. Red gem is now no longer cursed. No, faint golden glow. I'm not sure what that means. But the things that emit a dark cloud are, I think... They're either just identified or uncursed. I think they're uncursed. So, no, they're just identified as cursed. That's unfortunate, but so be it. At least now we know the silver ring is cursed. We know the red gem then is, I guess, blessed, probably. What's this guy do for us? We don't have enough money for either of his effects, so let's just move on. But it is, I suppose, a handy sort of instant Driomery effect when you walk in there. Identify all your blessed and cursed stuff just by walking up to the altar. Alright, Scroll of Magic Mapping is not what I was looking for. I will take this gem and not the green goo. I'll take the scroll. More magic mapping. Ugh. Not a magic mapping. Team of. Haven't identified that. Let's see what it is. Oh, nothing. Alright. I saw that it had nothing happened written under its name just in time to not do anything about it. These giant ants are an issue. I do not like them one bit. They're surprisingly tough. Let's see if we can stop it killing our dog. No. Fuck me! Oh, God. Someone is going to be raging out there watching that going, you were so careless! But I really thought I left enough time to get away from it there. God damn it. Alright, well, the knight apparently selected himself. He's really keen to come forward. So let's just tweak his stats a little bit. Take points out of the magic skills, attributes, and put them in these other ones. Generally I avoid putting points in charisma, but I've maxed out all his physical ones. So, let's give him a try. Jerd the Wanderer. You'll probably know, if you've watched my more recent knight runs, that I tend to favour dual-wielding with the knight. It seems to be the only way I can gain any sort of advantage with him. He doesn't have a lot going for him. I mean, he's a big bruiser, obviously. He's physically strong. But, chainmail? Is that better than my current thing? I think I already have chainmail. Ringmail. Chainmail might be better. I guess I'll take it. But yeah, the knight doesn't really have all that much going for him. So, sewer meat. Sewer rat meat, even. Not just meat from a sewer. Although I'm pretty sure I've eaten that. It's called spam. Yeah, so he doesn't have many advantages. I feel like dual-wielding is one of the few things you can do to actually give him some sort of tangible edge. It certainly hasn't served to, cause him any great success in the past. But I do think it's the way forward if you're going to play a knight. Now, so far so fine. I'll take the whistle. It basically allows you to summon your pet if it's wandered off somewhere. Not a huge deal, but there's certainly no harm in picking it up. So let's take the jackal meat and the gem from the floor, and immediately scoff the jackal meat. So we're now full, which means we're in no danger of starving to death just yet, but it does mean that we have to remember not to eat any more for now. Level up is fine. Let's go with a level of dual wielding. I'd like to try out that Warhammer, but of course it could be cursed. I don't think... Well, we have a couple of scrolls. Let's try them. Magic mapping, and nothing. So, not really what I was after. I'm just mulling over the way that Valkyrie came to an end, and it is disappointing. I mean, we had a Firestone, a few other things that we could have used, but I was trying to score some hits on that ant, and then pull back, and I really thought we had enough space and enough health to pull back without it killing us. I was really surprised to see it one-hit us as we withdrew there. I'm going to take another level of dual wielding. Again, it's basically the only advantage we have. The other major thing that I'd like to pick up is health regen. But I absent-mindedly ate, even though we're full. So probably came dangerously close to choking ourselves there. Wow, he's down to half health. Just like that. We'd better rest, I guess. I'm surprised at how much damage we took in that one little kobold fight there. Okay, that thing, bronze splint mail, is probably going to be better than the chainmail we picked up before, so I'll drop the chainmail. And of course, we're going to need a scroll of identify to do anything particularly useful here. Now that we've got 2 levels of dual wielding, I am going to take a level of first aid. Of course, the shield skill is a useful one, but you can't guarantee that you're going to find a shield anywhere. I'll take the large kobold innards. We don't need them just yet, but they might last until we start getting hungry again. Okay. A load of mushrooms. Not going to bother with the fountain. I will take stuff out of the chest. I'll take the scrolls and the potion and the money. And then I will pick up the mushrooms. I suppose I could dip something in there. What do we have that I could dip in? The Warhammer, I guess. There's that mace in the chest. Let's use that. So, dip a mace in the fountain. Nothing happens. Which means it's probably something that will only affect you when you drink it, and it's probably either hallucination or blindness. They usually are, but let's give it a try. Stunned. Not too bad. I mean, obviously it is a negative effect, but it could be a lot worse. The stunning effect obviously doesn't last very long, as you probably noticed just then. Spellbooks can just get out of my way. A lot of spellbooks. Where were they when we were playing magic user characters? Okay, we've got another scroll. Let's hope for an identify. There we go. Alright. So, first thing I want to identify, actually, is the blonde... Oh, how can I keep failing to say bronze? I think I'm getting confused with blonde in my head. Blonde splint mail suit. Let's ID that. Oh, it's blessed. That's good. And since we have another identify handy, let's identify the Warhammer. Uncursed -1 Warhammer. Don't know whether that's going to be better than our short sword, but I'm going to try dual wielding, as I mentioned. We probably need to deal with these assholes first. Okay, so let's now start wielding the short sword in our offhand. There we go. Alright. Hopefully this will be okay. It looks extremely clumsy. Warhammer and short sword. What other scrolls do we have? We have another identify. So actually I'd like to identify that ring we picked up. That one. Uncursed Ring of Sea Invisible. Not a big deal. Not a game changer, but I will put it on. I might as well. I feel bad about the spider, but our dog killed it, so that's okay. We have taken quite a lot of damage, so we'll need to have a rest for a little bit. I will eat giant rat meat. And more scrolls. Team of is the one we've tried twice and not got any result from. I guess let's try drinking. Healing. Okay. So, let's try out some of these. Could do with an empty bottle, but we don't know what these are. I'm going to say most of them, whatever they are going to be less valuable than healing anyway. So let's dip things that are usually not healing potions. White potion is usually not. Nothing happened? Did we at least fill it up? Looks like we didn't. That's weird. Okay. Maybe it was already a healing potion. That's pretty strange. Alright, let's try dipping other random potions. Purple red. Yep, replaced by liquid from the fountain. And... oh yeah, the white potion must already be a healing potion then. And let's dip the orange one as well. And it looks like we've got one more potion worth in there, so let's dip the emerald one. That's it for the fountain, but it does mean we now have 4 healing potions. Let's try out the dark green one. Nothing. Okay, whatever. Right, what's in the chest? Whistle, which we've already got. Another white potion, which again is probably a healing potion, if that fountain's effect was representative. Sleep trap doesn't worry me all that much. There's nothing immediately threatening us. Come on, wake up. Okay, let's get out of here. You know, someone remarked, I think it was Steve, my friend Steve, actually, remarked in the comments in one video that it would be nice if WazHack had changing backgrounds, because apart from the Gnomish mines, it's pretty much just this dungeon background all the way down. For me, what I'd like to see in terms of changing environment is actually the music. I've nothing against the music in WazHack, it's perfectly solid fantasy exploration stuff. And I find myself humming it when I've been playing a lot of WazHack. You know, it's not bad, but it is completely unchanging all the way down. And for me, music can almost define the experience of a game. I'm not going to bother with those, because with dual wielding and using a bow and arrow while you're dual wielding means laboriously unequipping both your weapons, then equipping the bow and the arrows, and then doing the same in reverse. It's an enormous hassle and I can't be bothered. Yeah. Music can really change my experience of a game. Secret of Mana, for instance. One of my favourite games of all time. Certainly one of my favourite RPGs. And a large part of it is the evocative music. Just hearing the music from Secret of Mana takes me back to my early teen years playing it. So I'd like to see a bit more variety in the music in WazHack, but I know that's not necessarily possible. Or a priority. So, we've got 2 levels of dual wielding, 1 of first aid. I'm going to take another level of dual wield. It might be an error. I was torn between that and another first aid for the extra healing effect. But I feel like I want to maximise our combat potential as soon as possible. Again, dual wielding is really the only advantage the knight has. So the sooner we were able to get up to maximum dual wield, the better as far as I was concerned. And we didn't seem to have needed to rest for health purposes too often. So first aid seemed like less of a priority. Alright, so we can upgrade a level of sword skill, which is fine. Dwarf innards. Not my favourite variety of innard, but fine. Oh, we never put that armour on, did we? Yes, let's put on the bronze splint mail. Excellent. It's only fractionally better than our ring mail, as it turns out, but that's fine. Fractionally better is still better. I guess let's get stuff out of here. And I will... Let's try dipping something in there. Let's try dipping the ring mail in there. No, the fountain. Okay. Dip the... Oh, I could dip the mace in. Let's do that. The mace takes on a bluish tinge. I don't know if that's a good thing. Is it? Acid proof. Okay, that's good. So, let's... No, on the fountain, please. Let's dip our... I guess the Warhammer? Water Nymph? So it acid-proofed the mace, and then the Water Nymph nicked the Warhammer. What the hell is that about? Okay, I'm going to wand her and hope that it's something like Magic Missile. Probing. Not what I was hoping for. What about the pulsating one? Let's try that. Ugh. This bloody key-based aiming thing is a serious pain. Oh! Teleportation! God damn it! Well, I guess we're going to have to use Mace and Sword then. And the mace is cursed. So, let's read our scrolls and see if one of them is Remove Curse. Create Monster is very much not what I was looking for. Let's eat some Dwarf innards. Nothing. No, we don't want to eat. Read. That one? Enchant Armour. What about Team-Of? That might be Remove Curse. No, still nothing. That one's Magic Mapping. That's really irritating, actually. I mean, at least the mace is acid-proof, and it's not a terrible weapon anyway, but I was enjoying using that Warhammer. And now, of course, because we teleported her away, we're probably not going to find her again. Unless we happen to bump into her somewhere. Once I've cleared out the rest of this floor, I will descend into the Gnomish mines. Oh! She's dead. Did the dog kill her? I think the dog may have killed her. Oh, she stole my Ring of See Invisible as well. God, how petty. Alright. So. We can't use the Warhammer again because our mace is cursed. But I will put the Ring of See Invisible back on. And hopefully at some point we will successfully... I don't even want to touch that fountain again after all that shit. Hopefully at some point we will find a Remove Curse. So let's get rid of all these. And I'll hold on to the sewer rat meat in case we get hungry soon. Magic Mapping is not what I was after. Actually, it's a while since I last found a Remove Curse scroll. Not just in this run, but in any run. There have been a few runs where I've been looking out for that particular scroll and not found it. Okay. I'll take those innards and the potion, and I guess I'll try drinking the potion. Potion of Speed, okay. And Magenta. Potion of Sickness. Definitely not what I was after. Going to have a rest to hopefully get rid of the sickness effect. Do I have an apple? I do have an apple, so let's use that. And we could go down there, but let's go into the Gnomish mines. If nothing else, it will give us a chance to level up against relatively easy enemies compared to pressing on through the main dungeon. So let's do that. Okay. Our dog didn't follow us, so maybe it knows something we don't. Kill this bastard. Another level up. So, let's go with... What's courage? Okay, courage is the one where, when you're low on hit points, your damage starts being absorbed by your mana bar instead, which is good because we're basically just not using our mana bar at all. This gnome is carrying an unknown scroll. Let's see if it's remove curse. It is not. Now, a lot of gnomes in the mines, the ones that are riding in those sort of walker things anyway, tend to use wands of striking. So that's the other advantage of coming down into the gnomish mines, is you do, as long as you can avoid getting killed by those bastards, you do pick up quite a lot of useful combat wands. So let's start eating some of these innards before they decay. Is that a whistle? Yeah. Actually, we do have a whistle, and our pet seems to have gone walkabout, so let's use it. Play! Hopefully the pet will pitch up soon. Dark. I don't think we have a lamp. No. Okay. What's next? Yeah, thought that might be the case. Just a load of rocks containing gems, which we can't mine because we don't have a pickaxe. So back to the lift. So far we haven't run into any of those guys who ride in walkers. But we probably will soon enough. It'll be disappointing actually if we don't run into any of those after saying that stealing their wands is one of the advantages of coming down here. Seem to be taking a lot of damage. I mean, we're dual wielding, so we're kind of effective on that front, but I feel like we're sustaining a lot of damage during the course of the combat. Do we have enough of those mushrooms? 12? No, I think we need about 20, roughly, to pull off that special thing that mushrooms can do. Okay, that's just the end of the tunnel again. Bog standard tunnel. Very underpopulated mines this time. Don't often see them this empty. Still, if nothing else, we're at least gaining a bit of easy experience from killing all these miners. Very dark. Don't feel great about that. You can't see my mouse pointer here, I think, but I'm zooming over the floor to see if there's anything lying there. There appears not to be. We've tried Fubi Bletch before and nothing happened, so we can be fairly confident that it's not a remove curse. And we're probably somewhere near the throne room. Now we're entering sort of normal dungeon areas again. Okay, we need to kill this bastard. Kill him. There we go. I think he shot himself, actually. So let's take his magic missile. That's the other major wand that you often find from these guys. Another Fubi Bletch scroll, but again, why are we just hitting it one-handed? Aren't we dual-wielding? Isn't that kind of the point? There we go, that's better. I'm basically killing this thing off just for the experience here. But yeah, usually when we wander back out of the mine into something that looks more like normal dungeon areas, it usually means that we're somewhere near the King's throne room. The other thing, of course, is that if we start descending using the ladders like that, then we leave the lift behind, and it makes it harder to get back up. So I am going to stick to using the lift to descend. Okay. More of these asshats. Holy shit, we're taking a lot of damage. Okay, we're going to have to drink one of our healing potions. Didn't do a lot, actually. Let's use a magic missile that we stole from his... Oh god, we have to unequip our second weapon. I forgot about that. So let's do that. Shit me. Alright, this is a cock-up. Alright, let's use that. And take out the gnome. Crap! How is he fighting me so effectively here? Let's teleport him up. What? Why did... Ugh, I couldn't unwield the other wand because it was cursed. Ugh. God damn it. I felt like that was going reasonably well too. Oh well, let's see what we were carrying. Gauntlets of Fumbling. A couple of gas stones. Ring of Sin Invisible. Fire resistance. Amulet of Life Saving, of course, would have been very good, but we had no way of identifying it. And you never want to try on an amulet at random, because some of them will choke you or make you hungry. Yeah. Okay. Could be worse, but there's nothing, apart from the Amulet of Life Saving, which we couldn't reasonably have gambled on. There's nothing here that I feel would have saved me there, so it's annoying, but fair. So anyway, thanks for watching. Rejoin me the next time. I don't know what kind of character we're going to play yet, but come back then and we'll find out together. So until then, bye for now.